Welcome back, everyone. I'm joined by Rabbi Mendel Alperowitz of the Chabad Jewish Center of South Dakota, and we're obviously talking about Hanukkah and the celebrations that are to come for sure later this month, but also what we already have going on. So we've started already into Hanukkah. It's a multiple-day celebration, but can you kind of tell us the background of it and why there are so many days?
Certainly. Well, today is the third day of Hanukkah, which is why we have 3 candles burning tonight, and what we celebrate and commemorate is a victory of the Jewish people who were living in the Holy Land of Israel over 2,000 years ago, who came under attack by the Syrian Greeks, who sought to force them out and desecrate the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. When the Jewish people came back to Jerusalem and reclaimed the temple, they wanted to begin their worship and service again. They only found 1 small jug of oil. Miraculously, that burnt for 8 days. So every year since then, for over 2,000 years, to commemorate these 2 miracles, the miracle of the few over many, of the weak over the mighty, of the good over the bad, and the miracle of the oil that lasted miraculously for 8 days. Every year since then, we light a menorah, an 8-branch candelabra, to celebrate and to commemorate that. And this is especially significant this year, when Jewish people once again feel very much under attack and threatened, both in Israel and here in the United States. To celebrate, come out with pride and in the open and gather together is so important this year.
This year is certainly resonating more so than in years past. Have you personally felt that, as opposed to perhaps last year? This year definitely really feels like it means something more for you.
Absolutely. Israel means so much to all Jewish people, and what we're seeing this year is really incredible. Instead of people shying away from wanting to celebrate and wanting to observe the holidays, more and more people are coming out and saying, I want to have a menorah this year. I want to light my menorah. I want to join the festivities and celebrations, because the Jewish spirit is so strong. And we're seeing that today, when Jewish people haven't felt this vulnerable in so long. And we know that the best thing we can do is gather together, be there for each other. And like the light of Hanukkah, a little light dispels a lot of darkness.
And people here in the Sioux Falls community and all other neighboring areas, they can actually come and celebrate that as well too. And can you kind of talk about the event itself, and even if you do not have a background where you have celebrated Hanukkah in the past, you're welcoming everyone to kind of celebrate with you, is that right?
Certainly, because the menorah and Hanukkah really represents something that is so true and fundamental in the United States, and that is the celebration of religious freedom. The fact that all people can worship and celebrate with pride and out in the open, and that's really what the menorah represents, the very first battle and victory for religious freedom. That's why today we're having a big Hanukkah celebration and menorah lighting at the Empire Mall at 3:30. It's open for the entire community. Everybody can understand what the menorah is about. That symbol resonates with so many people, and we're going to be celebrating that today. And the message of Hanukkah, each day we light another candle, because our responsibility and our mandate is to make today better than yesterday, and tomorrow better than today.
For people that are coming out this afternoon, even if someone that's getting to experience something for the first time, kind of maybe introduce it to their kids, what would you tell them in terms of their biggest takeaway from that they could possibly take away from the event?
We light the menorah every day in the evening, because that is the responsibility that we have, to be a light. And when must we do it? When it's not always so easy, when it gets dark. Just like the menorah, we light it in the evening. Our light that we spread, our goodness that we want to share with others, also comes sometimes at difficult times. And that's the important lesson that Hanukkah teaches everybody. Yes, there's a lot of celebration, there's a good time for friends and family, there's many treats and gifts, but the fundamental message is that each one of us has to be a light and share a light with others and do our part to make this world a better place.
Well, Rabbi Alperowitz, it's always good to see you. Appreciate you making some time for us this morning, and a good opportunity for people to come out to the mall this afternoon, especially with the weather being maybe not as windy, Lexi, but still a little bit cool. Might be a good idea to be inside today.
Thank you so much, Sam.